if you look at what good customer service is in any industry, it comes down to two things: create empathy and preserve ego. That's all there is to customer service. You want to take notes, that covers the whole seminar, right? Create empathy and preserve ego. Make people feel comfortable in your presence, let them walk away without admitting they're an idiot, and the odds are you're going to get their money. If you look at what poor customer service is, it's you got your ego crushed. You walk into a retail store and two people are having a personal conversation instead of serving you, or a tradesperson doesn't turn up on time, or a salesperson doesn't return a phone call. You're not as important as they told you were in their advertising. Now, the strongest drive we have as human beings psychologically is self-preservation. And that's closely followed by revenge, right? Which means if you treat me badly, I'll get back at you. Now, in the business environment, that's very simple. I'll take my business elsewhere. And I've had people in regional Australia say to me, I'll drive 100 k's to another town rather than buy my car from the local dealer because he makes me feel stupid. The lengths people will go to punish the people who treat them badly is a function of two things. One, how upset you are, and two, what is a substitute? Hence, it's a little easier to give crappy customer service in outback Northern Territory than it is on the coast where there's 100 competitors for what you do within a few square kilometres. Same principles apply. Now, you don't even have to open your mouth to crush an ego. There are systems that crush egos. For example, the best customer service industry in the world is meant to be the hospitality industry, fancy hotels. But there are systems within the hospitality industry that alienate their best customers. For example, what's the first thing they ask you for when you check into a hotel? Talk to me. Credit card. Okay. Why do they ask you for a credit card? Because you're a thief, right? That's why they ask you for a credit card, right? In fact, if ever you have time on your hands, you say to the hotel, why do you want a credit card? And initially, they will say it's the hotel's policy. If you argue with them long enough, they'll call you a thief right to your face, right? Now, I don't have a problem with that the first time. I spend my life at hotels. You can stay at the same hotel 10 times, pay your bill every time, and the 11th time you turn up, they still ask for a bloody credit card, right? There is no excuse for that. Believe me, if you knock something off, they've got your credit card number on file. What they should say to you the second time you come back to a hotel, given you paid the first time, is welcome back to the hotel, sir and madam, here is your key. But they don't, because the system is more important than the customer. Now, there's another basic law of psychology that says people act the way you treat them. If you treat people like thieves, they act like thieves. Now, I don't know if you know the rules at hotels. It's very simple. If it's not nailed down, it's complimentary. That's the rule at every hotel. There is another rule that says if you can get it loose, it's not nailed down. Now, I have no trouble knocking off stuff from hotels. They treat me like a thief, I'll act like one. I don't think I have ever paid for tissues in my life. I haven't used a full-size soap since 1984. I take the washers out of the bathroom to clean my golf balls and I throw them away. Oh, they treat me like a thief, I'll act like one. But if ever I go to a regional hotel or a bed and breakfast where they actually treat you like a human being, I'd never touch a thing. I was running a seminar in Ulverston, northwest Tasmania. A lady said she'd been running a bed and breakfast for 24 years. She said she never asked for credit card imprints because that's rude. She said she'd never had a bad debt in 24 years. People fundamentally act exactly the way you treat them. And these things can be turned around overnight. I turned 40 recently, 15 years ago, and had a dilemma that I could either have a party and make 100 people happy, or my wife and I can go to Hawaii and play golf and make me really happy. So that's what we did. So we went to this place called the Sheraton Princeville. Everybody who gets to this hotel is tired. You fly to Honolulu, you take another internal flight, you drive in a rental car halfway around an island. So we get to the hotel, and the doorman comes up to the car, and I said to him, can you tell me where reception is? And he said, sir, you don't want to go to reception. And I said, look, we don't want to go to reception, but we have to check into the hotel. He said, no, we don't work that way here. They valet parked the car, took the bags. He went to a computer that was outside the doors of the hotel, put my name in, and said, you're in room so-and-so. This gentleman will take you to your room. Why don't you relax and unpack, have a drink, and we'll bring reception to you in about 30 minutes. And that's exactly what happened. And the lady came in to check us into the hotel, and I said to her, look, I don't mean any disrespect, but this is a Sheraton hotel. I've stayed at a lot of Sheratons. This is the first hotel in the world where I haven't had to stand in a queue at reception when I'm tired. What makes this place different from any other? And she said, that's what our new general manager thought 18 months ago when he arrived and was tired and changed the system like that. You may not be able to change the whole hospitality industry. You can change Sheraton Princeville. You may not be able to change your whole industry. You can certainly change the practices that exist within your business. And sometimes it's only when we're our own customer that we realise how poorly our customers have been treated when we're looking in the marketplace.